Okay, next problems based on periodic and non-periodic signal. We already come across what do you mean by a periodic and non-periodic. If a periodic signal means it should satisfy the condition that is x of t, that is x of t in terms of continuous time signal, x of t should be equals to x of t plus capital T. If a signal is satisfying this condition, then I will tell the signal is of a periodic signal. In terms of discrete means x of n is equals to x of small n plus capital N in terms of a discrete signal. And the capital T is your fundamental period. Okay. Now we will solve the problems on periodic and non-periodic signal. Here a problem is given and this problem is important. It is asked in the examination also. Okay. What is the problem it is given for us? Determine whether the continuous time signal x of t is equals to cos 2 pi t whole square is periodic or not. The given x of t signal, we have to tell whether the signal is periodic or not. If periodic, find the fundamental period. If it is periodic, we have to find out what is the capital T value. First, we will take what is our x of t, what is the given parameter for us. First, I am writing here, that is x of t is equals to cos 2 pi t whole square. This I can write as cos theta whole square is nothing but 1 by 2, 1 plus cos 2 theta. The same thing I use the formula and I applied here. So I will be getting as that is going to be equals to 1 by 2, 1 plus cos 2 theta. 2 is already there. So I will be getting as 2 into 2, 4 pi theta. This is what you will be getting. Next, I am multiplying 1 by 2 for both the terms here. So I will be getting as 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 cos 4 pi t. Okay. Next, in the above expression, that is of x of t, the first term is a constant. It's of a constant value. That is the average value we can go of. Then the second term, in the second term, is a cosine signal because it's a cos signal, cosine signal with the maximum amplitude. What is the amplitude here? I can take, this is the representation of amplitude, that is 1 by 2. Then we already come across with x of t as x of t is going to be taken in the fundamental signals. X of t is going to be taken as a cos omega naught t plus pi. This will already taken the signal representation, that is x of t is going to be taken as a into cos omega naught t plus pi, where a is the amplitude, omega naught is the fundamental frequency, then pi is the angle, right? The same thing what I am going for here, a cos only omega naught into t is there, pi is not there. Okay, just comparing, here I wrote comparing cos omega naught t with cos 4 pi t. What I can, if I compare, what I will be getting as omega naught is going to be taken as 4 pi here. Okay, then what is our omega naught? It is nothing but 2 pi f, that is going to be equals to 4 pi. If you solve for this, you will be getting a frequency as 2. If I get the frequency, it is easy for us to find the what is the time period, that is capital T is going to be taken as 1 by f, that is 1 by f is nothing but 1 by 2, you will be getting as 0.5 seconds. Then the fundamental period is going to be, that is going to be 0.5 seconds. We calculated the, first we calculated what is our t only. Okay, here in this example. Next, if the signal is periodic, it should satisfy the condition. We already come across, it should satisfy this condition. Okay, the condition is for the periodic, x of t plus capital T is going to be equals to x of t only. This x of t, what is our capital T? From the equation we come across that it's of a 0.5. What is our x of t? Here it's already given for us. I'm substituting the same here. Cos 2 pi. Instead of t, I'm substituting this one. That is t plus 0.5 whole square in the equation here. Okay. Then just to solve here, using again cos square theta equation, so we'll be getting as what we taken here. The same thing I'm writing here also same. Okay. So I'll be getting as 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 cos 4 pi t plus 0.5, that is going to be equals to 1 by 2. I'm solving here. Here it is taken a common. Okay. That is 1 by 2 taken as outside. So we'll be getting as 1 plus this cos 4 pi t plus, if I multiply for 4 pi into 0.5, I'll be getting as 2 pi. Okay. Then I'm going to use the formula here, that is cos a plus b is nothing but cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. For this I am substituting the equation, basic formula. So what I'll be getting here, 1 by 2, 1 plus this keeping as it is, then cos a is of this 4 pi t and b is of 2 pi. Okay, in this equation. Cos 4 pi t cos 2 pi cos a cos b minus sin a is 4 pi t, b sin b is sin 2 pi, b is 2 pi for that reason. Then sin 2 pi 4 pi are going to be the value as 0 only. So what I will be lefting, and cos 2 pi is 1, right? So I'll be getting as 1 by 2 1 plus cos 4 pi t. This is nothing but what we written. I can equate that to the in the reverse fashion. I can write of that. For that reason, x of t, sorry, this x of t plus 0.5 I can write as cos 2 pi t whole square, that is nothing but our x of t signal only. So therefore I can write as x of t plus 0.5 is going to be equals to x of t only. From this conclusion, what we can decide, therefore the x of t signal is a periodic with the fundamental period of capital T is 0.5 seconds. This question will be asking for 6 marks. Okay, first you take that which equation it is given, then solve by using of the basic formula, then find out what is capital T, then use that capital T with the fundamental periodic signal condition, substitute and solve for this. You will be getting x of t plus 0.5 is going to be equals to x of t. If you got this, then the signal is periodic. If you not got this, then the signal is going to be a non-periodic signal. Okay, this is one problem. Next we go with the next problem. Next is determine whether the signal x of t summation k is equals to minus 2 to plus 2 y of t minus 2k for y of t shown in figure is periodic or not. If periodic, find its fundamental period. A signal it is given for us, and also they given what is x of t signal. Okay, for this y of t signal is given. This y of t is going to be varying when I apply the x of t here. This signal is going to be performing with the summation. Okay, then you will be getting of your x of t signal. What I am going for here, first I will take that equation what they given for us, that is x of t is equals to, what is they given, I wrote here k is equals to minus 2 to plus 2 y of t minus 2k, that is going to be equals to, what I am doing here, I am just substituting for the k values here. Okay, if I go on substituting, you will be getting the extension equation like this. Then if I draw the signal for this, if I draw the I think actually what you will be getting here, y t minus 2 means minus minus of minus plus 4 you will get. I think I didn't change it. Okay, just expand by using of the equation here. We'll be getting as t varying from plus 4 to the, here you'll be getting as minus 4. Okay, y of t minus 4. Okay, just you expand properly. Something I wrote did it wrong here. Okay, just substitute properly, then you'll be getting the signal like this. That is x of t is going to varying from minus 5 to plus 5, because for this operation we are going for, here already it is of minus 1, again plus 4 means it is shifting towards minus 5, right? Based on that you have to do this operation. Then we got our x of t. Just you observe here, our signal is going to exist from minus 5 to plus 5 only. Okay, minus 5 to plus 5 only. What you can tell from this? The signal is periodic. Yes, the signal is periodic. The same triangle pulse is going to be repeating, with the period is going to be taken from minus 5 to plus 5 only. But afterwards, after this minus 5 to plus 5, is there our signal? It's not there. So we can tell that it's of a non-periodic signal when we go for the beyond minus 5 to plus 5. This here I wrote the same thing. Here the cycle repeats only between t is equals to minus 5 to t is 5. For the signal to be periodic, if it is periodic means the cycle must repeat from t is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity. Therefore, the given x of t signal is non-periodic. Okay, when it is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, then I can tell that it's of a periodic signal with the fundamental period. Just you observe positive to the positive. What is the time period is going to be taken? 0 to 2 means it's of a 2 seconds. If it is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. But in the problem it is given from minus 2 to plus 2. For that reason it is of a non-periodic signal. Based on this equation, it's of a non-periodic. If it is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, periodic with a fundamental period is of 2 seconds. Able to hear my voice? Can anyone reply?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear. Okay. I thought I muted the Hema for that reason. Okay. I thought mine only. Okay, we'll go with the next problem. Here, check for the, like this problem, they will give for the 2 marks. They will give in the exam like this different questions in terms of a discrete and else in terms of a continuous. Then you have to find whether the it is of a periodic or not. Like this, 3 questions will be given. Total is going to be 6 marks. Okay. Here the problem is x of t is going to be given as 2 into cos 3t plus pi by 4. Okay, we have to tell that what is the periodic, whether it is a periodic. If it is periodic, find the fundamental period. Then we are comparing with the standard equation. The standard equation is going to be a cos omega naught t plus pi, comparing the standard signal with the given signal in the problem. Then what is our omega naught? Omega naught is going to be taken as 3 and a is going to be 2 only. Okay, then omega naught is nothing but 2 pi f, that is going to be equals to 3. F is equals to 3 by 2 pi. The fundamental period is going to be t is equals to 1 by f. Here f is 3 divided by 2 pi. Here it is going to be reversing because 1 by f is there. So I can write as 2 pi by 3 seconds. T is going to be, for the given problem, the capital T is going to be 2 pi by 3 seconds. This is one problem. These are simple problems. Like these problems will be asking for 2 marks only. Okay. Then check for the periodicity of x of t that is going to be equals to e raised to j pi t. This is a complex exponential signal. We come across this fundamental uh, signals. Okay. Therefore, a complex exponential signal x of t is going to be taken in general way, that is e raised to j omega naught t is periodic with the fundamental period. We already come across this equation, that is t is equals to 2 pi by omega naught. When I compare these two equations, what is our omega naught? Here omega naught is going to be taken as pi only, right? Then what is our t? T is going to be 2 pi by omega naught is going to be pi. Substitute here. Pi get cancels. T is going to be taken as 2 seconds. Therefore, the fundamental period capital T is of 2 seconds. Next, this question will be asking for 4 marks RL, sometimes 6 marks, depends on the question per. Okay. Here, determine whether this problem is same as the first one what we solved. Determine whether the continuous time signal x of t is equals to sine t minus pi by 6 whole square is periodic. If it is periodic, find its fundamental period. Again, same, what's the given? X of t signal is given for us, that is sine t minus pi by 6 whole square. Therefore, we know that sine square theta is going to be taken as 1 by 2, 1 minus cos 2 theta. Use the formula, then expand here, what I will be getting, that is 1 by 2, 1 minus cos 2 t minus pi by 6. Again, multiplying here with 1 by 2 for both the parameters. So, I will be getting as 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 cos 2t minus pi by 6, multiplying here. Okay. Pi by 3 I will be getting. Then 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Here cos A minus B equation. What is cos A minus B? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Using that equation here. So I will be getting as cos 2A. This is our A and this is our B. So cos 2t cos pi by 3 plus sin 2t into sin pi by 3. What you will be getting? What is our cos pi by 3? If you solve, just go directly, don't write, it will be 1 and it will be going for 0. I hope you learned the basic in your mathematics by your trigonometric. What is our cos pi by 3 and sin pi by 3? Use that and substitute here. Okay. Then 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So, you will be getting here as cos 2t, 1 by 4 into cos 2t minus sin pi by 3 is nothing but root 3 by 2. Here already 1 by 2 is there. If I multiply, I will be getting as root 3 by 4 sin 2t. Okay. You go with the table. Once you check there and substitute that and then multiply with 1 by 2. Okay. Then you will be getting this equation. Then for this we have to find what is the fundamental period. Just observe here, this is going to be amplitude part for both the signal. We are focusing to find what is our capital T. Then cos 2t is there and also sin 2t is there. Both are cos and sin. In terms of comparing with the standard equation, I can go with the cos or else with the sin. And here both the omega naught values are same. Both the values are same. For that reason, our t is going to be taken as 2 pi by omega naught. Omega naught is going to be, for both the signal it is same. For that reason, omega naught is going to be 2 only. 2 pi by 2 will be getting, so we will be getting as pi seconds. If these two get cancels, capital T is going to be taken as pi seconds. Means the signal is periodic with the fundamental period is of pi seconds. This is important. It may ask for 6 marks, probably for 4 marks. It depends on the question only. This is one set of problems. Next we go with the solving problems based on a discrete time signals. Okay, here check whether the following signals are periodic or not? If periodic, find the fundamental period. Here the first problem it is given as x1 of n is going to be taken as cos 2 pi n and x2 of n is a cos 2n. When I compare with the standard signal, it's of a cos omega naught n is periodic if omega naught is rational ratio of integers, rational multiple of 2 pi. We come across this equation. I hope you remembered. I stressed when you are going for the derivation part, you have to remember this equation. Okay, that is omega naught is going to be 2 pi small m divided by capital N. First we will go with the first problem, that is x1 of n is going to be cos 2 pi n. Omega naught is going to be taken as, this is our omega naught 2 pi, that is how I can write this 2 pi? 2 pi 1 by 1. Yes, it is going to be the same. So this is nothing but I can represent the signal in terms of a rational function. For that reason, what will the value for small m? It is going to be 1. What is our capital N? It is going to be the 1 only. This is the rational way. You have to do this. Okay. Here it is of only 2 pi. For that reason, we can write as 1 by 1. Then what I can write from this, cos 2 pi n is periodic with fundamental period, capital N is equals to 1. If I go for the next, x2 of n is of cos 2n, omega naught is going to be taken as only 2. Here 2 cannot be expressed as rational multiple of 2 pi. What is this rational multiple means? I should represent the signal so that it should be like 2 pi and it should be multiplied as a rational, that is m by n. If I am able to represent, then I will tell the signal is periodic. If it is not possible, then it is of a non-periodic. Here is only 2. It should contain, for a equation, what they given in the problem, it should contain 2 pi or some pi values, 3 pi, 4 pi, like that value. If it is there, then it is going to be a periodic signal. If it is not there, means it is of a non-periodic signal. In general way, you can remember this. Okay, the first one is of periodic, but second one is a non-periodic, because 2 is not going to be written in terms of 2 pi m by capital N, for that reason. Okay, next find the fundamental period for the discrete time signal, that is x of n is going to be cos 8 pi n divided by 7 into 2. The given signal is of cos 8 pi n divided by 7 plus 2. This, if I compare with the standard equation, that is nothing but cos omega n, omega naught or else omega, you can write anything, okay? Omega naught n plus pi. Angular frequency is of omega, that is going to be taken as 8 pi by 7. This 8 pi by 7 I have to represent with the standard equation, this standard equation. What I can do, in the standard it is of 2 pi, right? First I will take off that 2 pi, I will, because 8 pi is there, I will be taking off 2 pi. What is the leftover part here? I will be lefting with 4 by 7. This 4 by 7 is nothing but small m. Here you can write as capital N. Okay, directly I wrote here m divided by n. Then m is 4. Compare with these two, m is going to be 4 and capital N is nothing but 7. That's what here I wrote. M is 4, n is 7, pi is of 2. Here it is given. So therefore, from this, what is the fundamental period? Capital N is the fundamental period in the discrete time signal. For that reason, fundamental period n is going to be taken as 7. Okay, don't write seconds because it's in a discrete values, for that reason. Okay, this is n is going to be 7 for this signal. This question they may ask in the exam for 3 marks. In the same way, the next problem, determine whether the following signal is periodic or not. X of n is going to be cos 1 by 3 pi n into sine 2n. Here 2 multiplication we have to do. Okay. Remember, we are going to be multiplying these two signals. First, we will consider the first part, that is cos 1 by 3 pi n. Omega naught is going to be 2 pi m by n. How I can represent? If I multiply with both the numerator and denominator by 2, right? I can write as 2 pi 1 divided by 6. If I again divide this, I will be getting as 1 by 3 pi only, right? 2 ones are 2, 3, right? This is going to be same as the cos 1 by 3 pi only, right? For that reason, I can write as 2 pi 1 by 6. What is the fundamental period is going to be here? That is, n is going to be taken as 6. Therefore, what I can tell? That is cos 1 by 3 pi n is periodic. Yes, but consider for the next expression, that is sine 2n. The expression cannot be, because it is not there any 2 pi value. Pi value is not there in the given function, right? For that reason, it cannot be represented in the rational multiple of 2 pi. The same thing here I wrote. For sine 2n, the expression cannot be expressed in terms of rational multiple of 2 pi. Hence, the signal is non-periodic. Okay. First signal is of a periodic, but the second signal is of a non-periodic. What you are going to do the conclusion? When I multiply with the periodic with the non-periodic, the result is going to be a non-periodic signal only. For that reason, the multiplication of periodic signal with non-periodic signal results in non-periodic signal only. Okay. Therefore, our x of n signal is a non-periodic signal. Okay, these are all the problems where we can expect the first problem they can give for the 6 marks, or else the 4 marks, or else 5 marks of this problem, and remaining all problems it is less than 3 or 4 marks only. Okay, based on the periodic and non-periodic signal. And don't keep your mind that these only it will be given in the exam. They may give sine function, they may give cos function, they may give different parameters within that. Only thing you have to remember the basic formulas, what you learned in the trigonometric part, and then remember the equations, that is cos AB, sin AB, like that equations you have to remember, so that you can substitute and you have to get the result. And also remember the table, sine, what is pi by 2, sine pi by 4 values. You have to remember those values, then it will be easy for you to solve this. Okay, this is one set of problems. Okay, next, if a signal it is given, if it is having many more signals in one signal, then how we have to find whether the signal is periodic or not. Okay, the next problem, it is very important. It is definitely asking in the exam for like this problem, this type of problems for 6 marks. Okay, how the problem it is will be given for us. Okay, we'll go with the first problem. It is very important. Go through all the problems thoroughly. Okay, the first problem is determine whether the continuous time signal x of t is going to be x1 of t plus x2 of t plus x3 of t is periodic. Observe here, they are giving the x of t signal is including of 3 signals, that is x1, x2 and x3 signal, and each having the period of x1 of t, x2 of t, x3 of t have periods of 8 by 3, 1.26 and square root of 2 seconds respectively. They given problem like this. We have to find whether it is of a periodic or not. If it is periodic, find the fundamental frequency. How to do this? We are going with the steps to solve these problems. Those are given here. In the given example, x1 of t, x2 of t and x3 of t are they only given for us as it's of a periodic. But the summation of these periodic signal is not necessarily a periodic. When I add all the periodic signals, It may be a periodic or it may be a non-periodic. Don't know what it's going for. It's because it's of assumptions. They just given the periodic, what is the second it's going for. When I add of those, the signal may change for a different one. It may be periodic or it may not be periodic. That's what here it is taken. Then the following steps can be used to determine the periodic period of the summation of n periodic signals, that is x1 of t, x2 of t, whatever may be the till xm of t. Okay. First, what you have to do? First, obtain the ratio of t1, that is first time period. This is our first time period. T1 divided by Ti. Okay. And convert it into a ratio of integers. That is, we have to do ratio of integers, that is rational part, where T1 is the fundamental period of the x1 of t and Ti is the fundamental period of xi of t, where I should be between 2 to m. 2 to m. That is the first one. The second is, if this conversion is not possible, if it is not possible to get a rational way, then the sum of signal is non-periodic. From this only I can tell that the signal is not a periodic signal. If it is periodic, we have to check for the third one. That is, if possible, then find GCM, that is greatest common the greatest common divisor, just GCD, from the numerator and denominator of each individual ratio. What you have to do? We have to find the GCD of the numerator part and also of the denominator part. Then the first step, then find the LCM, that is least common multiple of the denominators of the resulting ratios and take that as a L value. Okay. Then the fifth one is, then the period of sum signal is given by capital T is going to be equals to T1 into L. Okay, these are 5 steps we are going to follow to do this problem. Now we will go with the how to do this problem. What is the given signal is of here? X of t is given as x1 of t plus x2 of t plus x3 of t. Then the period of x1 of t it is given for us, that is we are going to take as t1, that is 8/3 seconds. Then period of x2 of t it is already given for us. These things, these are here it is given, right? The same thing I am writing here. T2 is given as 1.26 seconds. Then period of x3 of t, T3 is going to be taken as square root of 2 seconds. Then the step 1, what you have to do? We are checking for the rationalization. Okay, the same thing, T1 by T2. What I will be getting? 8/3 divided by 1.26. 8 by this is going to be multiplied here. 8 divided by 3.78 I will get. This I can write as 800 divided by 378. That is nothing but 400 divided by 189. This is a rational value. Then T1 by T3 I will do. T1 divided by Ti. I means 2, 3, like this is going for. If it is of T4 is there means we are go for the one more step. Okay. Then T1 by T3 is 8/3 square root of 2. That is nothing but 8 divided by 3 into root 2. Is this a rational way? No, it's not going to be a rational. So it's not a rational part. Therefore, what I can tell here, T1 by T3 cannot be brought to the form of ratio of integers. If it is not coming to the ratio of integers means, then in the second step only they are telling that it's of a non-periodic. So directly I can tell in the second step, that is x of t is x1 of t plus x2 of t plus x3 of t is a non-periodic signal. Okay. This is also asked in the exam for directly for 6 marks. And also remember the steps how we should solve the problem. That is also important. Okay, steps also important, the problem is also important. Steps will be asking for if they ask. Okay, 4 marks they will ask. If they ask a problem, 6 marks they will be asking. We'll go with the next problem with the same. That is, the next problem is determine whether the continuous time signal, here it is given as y of t, that is it is consisting of again three signals, that is y1 of t plus y2 of t and y3 of t, where y1 of t y2 of t and y3 of t have the period, here it is given as 1.08 and 3.6 and then of 2.025 seconds respectively. Next, what you have to do, first write the given equation, what they given, then write the period of each parameter, that is y1 of t is given as 1.08, y2 of t is of 3.6, then y3 of t is of t3 is going to be 2.025 seconds. Then step 1 is of what? First you have to go for t1 by 2, then t1 by t3. If they given t4 means you have to go for t1 divided by t4. Okay, 1.08, what here it is given, we just write that 1.08 divided by 3.6. What you will be getting? If you solve for this, you will be getting as 3 by 10. Yes, it is of a rational value. Then t1 by t3 is of, if I substitute, I'll be getting as 8 by 15. Again, it's of a rational value. From this, we can tell that it's of a periodic signal. Second step, the ratio T1 by Ti is converted to ratio of integers, that is, they are rational. Then step 3 is of what? T1 by T2, that is 3 by 10. I am using of this, don't use of only of this part. A brief, what you briefed your answer, just you write up that 3 by 10 and T1 by T3 is of 5 by 15. Then what you have to do? We have to find what is the GCD of the numerator and also GCD of the denominator of the both. Okay, so GCD of 3 and 8 is 1. Then GCD of 10 and 15 is 5. Then what I can do? I can write the equation as T1 by T2 is going, I can write as 3 into 1. 3 into 1 because we got the GCD as 1. 3 into 1. And in the denominator, 2 into the GCD is 5. 2 into 5 I can write. In the same way, T1 by T3 I can write as 8 into 1 divided by 15 I can write as 3 into 5. You are writing with this, with the use of a GCD, right? For that reason, use that only. 2 into 5 and 3 into 5. Next, find the step 4 is find the LCM of the denominators. This LCM of the denominator. What is the LCM? 2, 5 is there, then 3 is there. If it is repeated, we can't take off that. For that reason, 2 into 3 into 5. After this, you have, after the writing of like this only, you have to take the LCM. Okay, don't take directly. Okay, then what is the LCM? Just multiply all the 3. So you'll be getting as 30. 30 we have to take as L. Then what it is left? The last part, that is step 5. Period of the sum signal, that is y of t, is capital T is going to be T1 into L. T1 into L, that is you substitute for T1. T1 is nothing but our 1.08. Use this 1.08 into 30. You'll be getting a period as 32.4 seconds. This is how you have to solve the problems. For if it is of a non-periodic, at the step 2 only you will be getting of that. When it is of a periodic, you have to follow all the step 5 to solve this, to get the fundamental period. Okay. This is in terms of a continuous. Next we will go solve for the, if it is in terms of a discrete, how to do this. The same steps you have to follow here also. Okay, determine, the next problem is determine whether the discrete time signal Zn is periodic, where Zn is going to be equal, this is equal, Z1 of n plus z2 of n, where z1 of n and z2 of n having the period as 90 and 52, 54. Okay, only two are there. What is the given for us? Z of n is going to be z1 of n plus z2 of n. Period of z1 of n is n1 is going to be taken as 90 and n2 is going to be taken as 54. Then step 1 is of what? N1 by N2. Only 2 are there. So N1 by N2, 90 by 54, you will be getting as 5 by 3. This is a rational number. Therefore, step 2 what is? We can tell that because of rational, I can tell Z of n is a periodic. Then N1 by N2 is of 5 by 3. What is the GCD of numerator and denominator? GCD of 5 is 1 and 3 is also a 1 only. Then what is the LCM? Just multiply of the denominator part only. LCM of the denominator, L is going to be 3 only. Then the fundamental periodic capital N is going to be N1 into L. In previously it is of capital T is going to be T1 into L. Here N1 into L because it is a discrete time. 90, N1 is of a 90 here, then into 3 is going to be 270. This is a simple problem in terms of a discrete time. Okay, we stop here only. Okay, because it will be heavy if I go for continuing. Next, we will go with a few more problems with the two problems. Then we go with the next type of problems. Okay, I will stop here.